disagree that Yeshua is from heaven. John 6, verses 41 to 59. Then the people began to murmur in disagreement because he had said, I am the bread that came down from heaven. They said, Isn't this Yeshua, the son of Joseph? We know his father and mother. How can he say, I came down from heaven? But Yeshua replied, Stop complaining about what I said, for no one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them to me, and at the last day I will raise them up. As it is written in the Scriptures, they will all be taught by God. Everyone who listens to the Father and learns from him comes to me. Not that anyone has ever seen the Father, only I, who was sent from God, have seen him. I tell you the truth, anyone who believes has eternal life. Yes, I am the bread of life. Your ancestors ate manna in the wilderness, but they all died. Anyone who eats the bread from heaven, however, will never die. I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Anyone who eats this bread will live forever, and this bread which I will offer, so the world may live, is my flesh. Then the people began arguing with each other about what he meant. How can this man give us his flesh to eat? They asked. So Yeshua said again, I tell you the truth, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you cannot have eternal life within you. But anyone who eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise that person at the last day. For my flesh is true food, and my blood is true drink. Anyone who eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in him. I live because of the living Father who sent me. In the same way, anyone who feeds on me will live because of me. I am the true bread that came down from heaven. Anyone who eats this bread will not die as your ancestors did, even though they ate the manna, but will live forever. He said these things while he was teaching in the synagogue in Capernaum. Synagogue in Capernaum. Capernaum was a city in Galilee that served as the headquarters of Yeshua's early ministry. Matthew tells us that Capernaum was located near the Sea of Galilee in the territory of Zebulun and Naphtali. Matthew chapter 4, verse 13. Two stories found in the Gospels help to identify its specific location along the sea. The story of Yeshua's call to Matthew to leave the customs post controlling the taxation of the area gives us an idea that it might be a border town. Matthew chapter 9, verse 9. The story of the centurion, Matthew chapter 8, verse 5, points to a small garrison of about 100 men, usually stationed at such a frontier town. Yeshua performed many miracles at Capernaum. Mark chapter 1, verse 34. The healing of the centurion's servant, Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 to 13. The healing of Peter's mother-in-law, Mark chapter 1, verses 30 to 31. And the exorcism of an evil spirit, Mark chapter 1, verses 23 to 26. But in spite of these miracles, many people in Capernaum rejected Yeshua, Matthew chapter 11, verses 23. The story in John chapter 6 is another example of how the people at the synagogue in Capernaum did not accept Yeshua's teaching.